Eren obviously seen the future. He knows the whole time soup that he's involved in, yeah. And when he sees this kid who he knows he's going to kill, and he's crying and apologizing to him, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," blah blah blah. Do you think he's generally sorry about this?
Hell no.
No
Why
way.
Sorry?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Panel and Frames anime podcast. This week we've actually got a new addition to our weekly anime that we talk about. Attack on Titan's back. Before we get stuck in, obviously my name is Eugene and I'm joined by usual suspects Phil and Lewis. But yeah, Attack on Titan's back after what 20 years? Was it a million years?
It's been a while.
Bro.
And you know what's funny, yeah? So this episode, obviously we've been waiting for ages for it, and everyone's like gassed after the last episode where Eren revealed why he's the guy. Even though, okay, he's committing a mass murder, which is not good. But in terms of the writing of how he's come to the point he did, that writing was amazing. So obviously Eren's now like started the Rumbling, and the name of the episode is called The Rumbling. It adapts 4 chapters 131 through to 134. And you know what's interesting, yeah? There's only 139 chapters. So this hour long special has adapted 4 out of the 5 last chapters.
Okay.
And there's another hour episode next coming as well.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Are they going to add stuff then?
Well, I don't know. But so you have to remember, this part 3 of the final season is only 4 episodes. And then the next part, so part 3, part 2, or core 2,
Oh my gosh,
is coming out in in autumn.
These man, they're taking long with this thing. They're trying to stretch it.
You know what? This started in 2000. So anime started in 2013. Imagine actually 10 years, not even like 10 years of filler or like random stuff. 10 years of adapting it page for page, and they've taken 10 years. And imagine, yeah, the manga finished what, like, was it 3 years ago or?
They finished a little while ago, still.
Quite a while ago, and they're still adapting. And it's like to bring out 4 episodes, which is sick. But it looks sick, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. But it's still like, come on, man, just give us what we want, man. We want to see how it ends.
I hear that. Like when I was watching it, I found it kind of hard to watch. Not gonna lie.
Why?
Weirdly, not necessarily because of what was going on in it. It's just the episode length. It was a bloody hour. I'm like, damn. I'm not, because you're not used to watching an anime for that long.
But
right?
it was 2 episodes.
I had to take like 20-minute breaks.
Really? It was 2 episodes.
I had to take a break.
Oh, okay.
I had to take a break. But anyway,
jeez. They meant low attention spans coming through.
It was, bro. It was all the way there. I can't lie.
The thing is, yeah, I don't know why they're doing it like this as well. It was 2 episodes put into one, so they could have just shown it 1 episode this week, 1 episode next week. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Because I really thought it was gonna be like one long episode, and then they said chapter 1, chapter 2, and I was like,
yeah, because it was a hard break as well. It wasn't even like
exactly. There was no point, but. Let's get into this episode anyway. Okay, we're back. Eren's The Rumbling, the opening scenes. Some of those 2 boys getting destroyed. You know what's mad? Yeah, about Eren. Yeah, is like, you know that with Thorfinn, yeah, where we know that he's remorseful and he's like, no, he's remorseful for what he's done.
Eren ain't there. Eren ain't nowhere near there, Predator. All the way gone.
Wait. So you know Eren obviously seen the future. He knows the whole time soup that he's involved in, yeah. And when he sees this kid who he knows he's going to kill, and he's crying and apologizing to him, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," blah blah blah. Do you think he's generally sorry about this?
Hell no.
No way.
Sorry?
Why is he crying?
Because listen, later on in the episode, he's like, "Yo, there's no only way you're gonna stop the rumbling, is if you kill me." Yeah, he doesn't care about none of these little peons that just be dying. He don't care about none of them.
It just makes me think. Why are you crying then? Are you crying because you've met the one innocent person that you've killed, or is he crying because he's like, "Oh, I have to go through this"? I don't know. I just found that really weird.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care, but it reminded me of flipping Taju.
No, that's different.
It reminded me of Taju. I'm like, bro, you're crying. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But we continue on Attack on Titan.
But yeah. So what do you guys think of? Obviously, the episode was a lot of stuff happened. Mikasa obviously proving she's still Eren's ride or die. You know, and he's asking her, "You're gonna kill him?" She's like, "No, I'm gonna bring him back after all he's done." But you know who, for me, stole the show?
Come
Um,
on.
you know what's his face? Is it Floch? They pronounce his name.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about? The
I
guy
know
who
what you're talking about. Yeah.
imagine now this guy has hook shot onto the boat that has actually gone a couple hundred miles or something like that,
And he
and,
survived.
and he
I
survived.
know.
And
Um,
you know what they say? He's saying, "Oh, so and so works, but the devil works harder." Yeah, this
mm.
guy. Oh my god,
Big
to make
time.
sure
He was putting in an extra shift.
Bro.
Definitely putting in an
he's
extra
gone
shift.
now, but the fact that he's like a serial, he's like a serial killer in Scream. He just doesn't die. He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, yeah.
gonna pay that number.
But I felt sorry for him because he went all that way, and because he's obviously knackered, he can't get no shot straight, brother. It's just like,
Well, he hit the side of the fuel
I
tank.
don't think
So
he
at
was
least
aiming for. Was he aiming for that
he,
though?
wa-
Bruv,
he
why
wasn't, bro.
kill
He
one
wasn't aiming.
person when if you hit the plane, yeah, they all die basically. That's what he was doing. He's not a dumb guy, man. He's a smart guy, bro.
Mhm.
He's proved to be
Nah, man.
tactical. Nah,
I
you
think
think
that was
Like
an
they,
accident.
bro, they
Yeah.
got by the skin of their teeth, mate. If it wasn't for Hunch doing a madness, killing off bears of them, you know what I
so
mean? If she wasn't doing a
so
madness,
so
She was sick.
Hunter's scene was fantastic in this
Oh,
episode.
amazing.
It was like so
amazing.
in the manga, you only got literally you got two shots. You got her montage, then you got her you cutting down one of the Titans, then she's on
Mhm.
flames. She's just set on fire. But obviously,
Okay.
as like the anime love to animate the fight scenes in this year. They animated such a beautiful fight scene, and it was more I don't know, heroic watching that scene, her
Yeah.
actually do it and then set on fire and stuff. I was like, damn.
Even her line before she went away, she was like, "Oh, something along the lines of, I get to like have my like glory moment to go out or something like that." I can't
Yeah,
remember the
yeah,
exact
yeah, yeah,
line
yeah.
word for word, but yeah, it was cool. The whole thing, the way it was
It was
set
like
up
breaking
and
the
all of
fourth
that kind of
wall,
stuff.
innit? It was like she was breaking the fourth
Yeah,
wall.
yeah, a little bit. How do you find it? How do you guys find the scene where you first saw the founding titan?
First of all, yeah, let me ask you one question. All
Go
right.
on, go on.
So Armin's Colossal Titan, yeah, is like what? 20 feet, yeah?
Uh-huh.
How tall is this? Is because some of these Colossal Titans
They're
are like,
they're massive.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
how big is
time
Eren
ago,
then?
so well, not the so wait, when you break it down,
Hmm.
yeah, Armin's Titan is bare taller than the walls of
Yeah.
where their man are from. Them
Yeah.
Titans were in the walls, yeah. So if you do it
Yeah, that makes
scale
sense.
wise,
Yeah,
them
so
lot
Armin's
were in the
taller.
walls. So Armin is way taller than that man. But then when you
Yeah.
go and look at
Eren.
Aaron's Titan is mad big, bro. Mad big. There was this YouTube video where it was like Titan scale to
Hmm.
like human size. Well, not like a human to like Titan size. And yo, there's no comparison, mate. There's no comparison
Mm.
between the Armin's Titan and Aaron's thing. Is crazy.
But
Crazy
this is
big.
it. It's even like, like for just to give it some scale, like when like when they came to Eren came to destroy the warship and they started dropping
Mhm.
the bomb on him. Then a Beast Titan came and the Beast Titan's like maneuvering through
In
him.
it.
Yeah.
Literally, Eren is like, the Titan has to
Mate.
maneuver through you. That's mad.
Mhm.
Oh no, I do think this episode was the animation was like 10 out of 10, man. Honestly, it was
Yeah.
If it was a 10 out of 10, there I might have had to throw it in the bin because we've been waiting for so long.
That's
Yeah.
true.
If it was dead, I would have done it like Seven Deadly Sins, mate. Threw that away as soon as they messed up the animation.
let's not go on a tangent with Seven Deadly Sins. Let's keep because but in terms of like the character development and obviously like so Annie, we hadn't seen Annie for ages, and Annie obviously
Mm.
uncrystallized. What do you guys make of her conversation with Mikasa? Like, obviously there's a bit of a reveal there that she might be feeling Armin in it. What do you guys think of that?
Go on, Lewis.
I think that relationship would be quite good though.
Why? Because they're both blonde.
Jesus. Yeah, yes, exactly that.
Two blondes.
No, but it's like you've seen his growth since she's been crystallized, isn't it? So it's like he's grown up since the last time you saw her. And it's like it's nice to see they've got things in common now, yeah.
I think it was mad though, because remember when she was crystallized, yeah, he's come and talk to her all the time. She could hear him this whole time,
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder,
Well,
like,
there's
she was
that.
falling in love with him during that whole Or it might be
I'd
That's
say
when
so.
it happened. That's
Yeah.
when it happened, mate. That's when it
Yeah,
happened. But
100%.
she realized that he was the only one that actually quote unquote cared. Of
Well,
all the
no,
people that
my man, who's
yeah, there was someone else, but come on.
well, what's funny is obviously Berthold was feeling Annie, yeah, but then
Mhm.
Armin's eating, um, eating Berthold. Could that mean, yeah, that because remember they gain their memories when they eat?
Oh
Could
yes,
that
yes,
mean that
yes.
Oh,
he's feeling her because he's gained their memories of and feelings from, you know what I mean?
I think you
Maybe
might be right.
that might be there small. We never know. We
Mm.
never know.
I honestly think that
That's a
Armin,
good way to think about it. Still,
I think Armin's more like a platonic. I don't think he's
yeah, it
like,
ain't going that way. Ain't
yeah,
going. I feel like it's a moist Donny fam.
yeah, he's not, he's just like, yeah, I'm friends with everybody in it, like Annie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. I
This
don't
is
think
the
there's gonna be
mission.
any.
This is the mission. We got to focus on the mission. This other stuff can like go to the wayside.
But what I did find like interesting, you know, find interesting when you know, like when Mikassa's like talking to Annie, and then she's kind of like, "Wow, you've changed a lot." Because obviously, when we first met Annie, Annie was like this ragged, like
Mm.
baller, but now she's like proper, like she's just not about it no more, like completely not about it no more. So I just find it mad how she's like transformed like into this. She's still got Titan powers, but she's just not on it no more. And
But
like,
then I think that that's the part of just the way the storyline is, though. There's so much change in everybody. Look at Eren at the start. Look at Mikasa at the start. Look at Iron Man at the start. Look at Reiner and Berthold at the start, right? And then even like to a degree, Levi. Yeah, the way Levi's persona was to everybody. Yeah, and he looked like this unbeatable force, and then now look where
You
it's at.
can
It's got
barely
two
pull the
fingers. He
thing.
can barely do anything.
but
So
like you
it's like
said,
it's
I
part
just
of the
need two
story.
fingers. I just need two fingers, bro, to do this.
Yeah, true.
But you
True.
know what? One thing I did notice though about this episode, everyone was calling himself a murderer the whole episode, and they're all like,
Mhm.
saying, "Oh, I've murdered this. I've murdered my friends.
Yeah.
What?
It's a
So
lot
much
of
guilt.
guilt. It's a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
A lot of guilt, man. And I feel like everyone is just like, maybe because they think they're coming to die, they're trying to come to terms with,
It feels like Judgment Day.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I
it
mean.
basically is, mate. It
Yeah.
basically is Judgment Day. It
But
basically is.
what do you think about Hanj when she met all the other soldiers when they were dead? Because some of them they
I
died
thought that was
in
cool,
angry ways.
actually.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Mm.
For a hot second, I was like, wait, there's no way she's alive. Like
Yeah.
it spun me for a bit. I was like, ain't no way she's
She's
alive.
not
Ain't
even
no-
burnt.
Yeah, she's not even burnt. Like,
Have you
so,
not read the manga then? Have you not read the manga?
no, I read the
Oh,
manga, but it was a while ago. It was a while ago,
yeah,
and I haven't like gone back to it since. So.
yeah. No, but I think I mean I feel like that the episode was like well adapted. It was pretty much line for line for the anime for the manga, sorry. And
Yeah.
it did everything well. Like animation had like one bit at the start where everyone was crying. That was the only bit that was in the manga. But other than that, everything was spot on. And I feel like yeah, they did it. Like the animation was beautiful. Just the Beast Titan fight because I wasn't sure, like kind of like so you know what's gonna happen a bit later on with some of the Titans, but I wasn't sure how they're going to animate the Beast Titan, who basically the color scheme for the,
Yeah.
Titan. So it's cool
Yeah.
to see he's like a pale white, like Eren.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Lewis, you've
So
not
what
read
did he manifest him out of his like body? Is that what it is then?
the
So
Founding
he
Titan
can
do
just
what he
take
wants.
he can just use anyone.
So what the way I interpreted it was because Eren has I can't remember the flipping person's name, that Titan that can create things.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Hammer Titan, not the Warhammer Titan. Is it the Warhammer Titan?
It is
No.
yeah, the Warhammer Titan. So I'm perceiving it as because Eren has that power and he has so many other Titans and he has the founding Titan, he can like manifest like a copy of the Beast Titan and then like make it do what he wants it to do. Like let's give it powers and all of that.
Yeah,
That
and
sounds
that's
sick,
why
though.
it came and turned up.
That's
But I
sick.
wonder though, if like these Titans that he's manifesting, like, is it gonna be Zeke? Or is it gonna be if Zeke does appear again, is it gonna be Zeke, like actual Zeke, or is it gonna be Eren's interpretation of Zeke, if you know what I mean?
Oh.
Manifesting rather than the actual Zeke manifesting. Because Zeke's in that he's sort of dead, but sort of isn't dead, if you know what I mean. He's in that place.
Yeah, because it sounds like Levi wants to take him out still, doesn't he? So it's
Yeah.
like,
they're not sure if he's dead though, are they? That's the thing, isn't it?
but that's what I mean. Like, are they assuming that if you kill him, then Eren can't use him? Is that what they're assuming? Because what's the point of trying to take him out then?
I think Levi's he's just salty in it after he got
Yeah, man,
Alright,
salty
fair
and
enough.
bloodthirsty, man. We know
For them
this. We
fingers.
know this. We know
just
this. We know
salty
this.
that he got blown up, man. And I don't blame him for being vexed, man. Because
We wouldn't be.
before Zeke came, Levi was like duffying everyone.
He still was duppying people when he came. When he came and he was outside, he was outside. And there was that mad scene where he was chopping up his ankles and arms and all of that. That scene was mad. So
Yeah.
it's not like Levi was outmatched really.
Yeah, and he just got just outsmarted a little. Well, not like proper outsmarted, but just
I feel like with Levi, it reminds me of the whole, Thor and when he tried to kill what's his name, and then he
Ashland.
didn't. No, no, his name's popped out of my head now. The last villain picked his fingers.
What, Thanos.
Oh, Thanos.
Thanos.
Oh,
Marvel. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
no, what I'm saying, Levi is like when he didn't kill Thanos and he feels all salty about it and sad about it. It's the same with Levi. Like he had the chance to mess up.
okay. I get
Yeah.
you. I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
I get
No, I
you.
know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, but then the thing is though, if you remember that scene where Levi actually murked him, it was Ymir that brought Zeke back. So I think he shouldn't feel too salty because Zeke came back through like mad.
I know, but you'd still feel like you could
You know
have
what I
just.
mean? Yeah. And what do you think? So Falco, obviously, because Lewis, you're not read the manga, have you?
No.
So what do you think Falco's dream means? Like Falco's like, oh, I did like because obviously he's now inherited what's his face? Is it Gilead's? Yeah, Gilead's Jaw Titan, isn't it? And he said he had a dream where he was flying. And then obviously now, what's her name? Gabby's basically saying to Annie, oh yeah, the female Titan, part of her ability is that she eats a part of the Titan, she gains part of their characteristics. Do you think it's gonna be something where they're gonna because they're fleeing, they're going away from the battle. Do you think, like Lewis, what do you think is gonna happen with that?
I don't know. We haven't seen a flying Titan yet. Maybe you can like start flying.
And how do you think Annie's gonna play? Do you think Annie's gonna play a role into it, or she's gonna be like, nah, I'm not on it? Because remember her parents are there, and that's a red herring. Her mum's there. No, her dad's there, sorry, at the final battleground. So it's kind of a red herring for possibility her to come back, you know what I mean?
True.
What will be funny? Not funny, sorry, let me retrain my words. What will be I guess bittersweet for Reiner if he sees his mum die the way Eren saw his mum die? Because Reiner's mum's there, remember? So if she gets that will be mental, and there'll be and to see Reiner's reaction from that will be like a good what's the word? Comparisons, yeah, because you know what I mean? The way like I mean, because they did that, you know, like when obviously Berthold became the colossal Titan and smashed through the gates. When Eren and them like invaded Mali, that was a comparison because the two manga chapters were the same chapter but from opposite ends of the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So chapter, I think, was it 20? Was the same type, was the same front cover, but with Eren as the bad guy there. So it'll be interesting to see if that is that kind of like mirror thing with Reina later on. But
we'll just have to wait and see, innit?
I don't like Reina anymore though. Reina used to be sick, but he's just
why though?
I don't know.
Why?
Boring. The thing is, yeah, I think because they're all like quite fucked in it. This is it. Like all of them are like are like Connie,
exhausted.
John. They're all like so they're just moaning a lot, and I get it. Like what situation they're in, yeah, but it's just sometimes I'm just like, oh man, Reina, man, just armor Titan and just end the thing, man. You know what I mean? Just do it. He's mad depressed though. That's the thing in it. So he can't.
They all are, man.
And
I feel like they're going into almost an unwinnable battle. So they don't know if they're gonna win, but they're going.
And what do you think of that ending scene? Just the music and everything when Armin jumped out of the plane. That was sick, man.
Yeah.
That whole I feel like from that scene when I can't remember, I think it was a kid that saw the plane in the sky and was like, oh, what's that? I think from then it was all good. And it set up well to how it ended. So I liked it all pretty much.
Like the question at the end, because you know they were talking about being free and said, oh, I was like, you ain't free, so what makes you think you're free? And I thought that was a very good good ending to end it on.
Mhm.
But yeah, what was your best part and what's your scores for the episode then?
Best part.
Because we've been waiting for like a couple of years now, so it's been interesting as a 1 hour episode, but yeah, what's your score?
I kind of have a few best parts, I'm not gonna lie. It's like the first one will be honestly the beginning with them kids. It sounds mad when them kids died, but
Nah.
yeah, that scene,
that
and
montage.
then yeah, that scene. I'll just say two. That scene and the one with Hunch.
Mm,
Yeah, and score. It's 10 out of 10, mate.
damn.
10 out of 10. It's
Yeah,
10
I
out
know
of
what
10.
you
I'm
mean.
gonna give it a 10 out of 10. That's me. What are you lot saying?
Lewis, what you say?
I completely agree with everything you said, and I also give it a 10 out of 10. It's just I thought it was amazing.
Hmm. Yeah, no, it's 10
Eugene?
out of 10 for me as well. The scene that I found the most like gripping and like the telling of like the whole situation was when in the montage where the rumbling was happening and then
Mm-hmm.
somebody shot himself, but like
Mm-hmm.
a quick scene. That
Yeah.
whole montage where people just like doing it is like Judgment Day. It's their end of the world, isn't
Yeah,
it? And it's just like everyone's
Exactly.
doing what they can to escape, and I find that so mad. But yeah, let's
Wh-
hope.
wh- wh-
I'm sorry.
when they were falling down the mountain, and that gave me jokes. Though
Yeah, when one of the mountains, when one of the Titans fell,
And
he just
also,
slipped.
I was gonna say, Hydra was taking out bare of them, and so
Mm-hmm.
obviously I know they're hot in that year, but if these lot were just to like, I guess do what Armin did to Berthold when Armin just like sacrificed himself and like duffed him, they could take quite a few of these guys out. Probably not end the whole thing, but come on, by herself she took out at
There's
least
so many, man.
There's
10
bears
by
of them,
herself. Yeah, I
There's
know.
bears of them.
To be
What's
fair,
10 gonna do?
to
10
be fair,
times what? 5 people, 10 people? And
yeah,
say they take out 100. What? Okay, there's still bears left. Everything
and
is
to be
they're still
fair,
gonna die.
Aaron will probably manifest his
More.
more titans, and
Yeah.
then yeah.
So there's no
But
point even trying, bro. Go run.
But I do wonder though how, because obviously it's just 2 episodes left, and
Mm-hmm.
then because that will adapt, I'm guessing chapters 135 through to 138, and then I reckon 139 will be like a hour-long episode or something like that.
I hear that.
Maybe because I don't know because if there's another part coming out or it's going to be a movie or something coming out in autumn, I wonder how they're going to do it because they could literally finish it in the next 2 episodes if they wanted to easily finish
But then
it.
what's the point? What's the point of bringing out a movie? I don't
I
see the
don't
point
know.
of bringing out.
No, but what's coming out in autumn then?
We'll see.
I know.
We'll see.
But,
Whatever it is, people are gonna watch that shit. So
but,
it is what
Yeah.
it is, isn't it?
but Attack on Titan, welcome back. A great episode. We've been waiting for you, and animation was top tier. We'll move on to Tokyo Revengers, episode 9, Dawning of a New Era. So at the climax of this Christmas fight,
It's
where
finally done.
I
Flipping hell,
know,
mate.
where Taju is Merkin man, and now Mikey stepped in. And obviously had that great end last week where it says Merry Christmas, and it's just like, oh
Mhm.
damn, Mikey's here. Invincible Mikey versus the unstoppable Taju, I guess, because bloody hell, man, no one would stop him. So yeah, there's a bit of back and forth. Mikey is like in his depressed, I guess, Mikey state now, where he's like speaking riddles to them about his brother and Baji, and everyone's like, oh, okay. But what
What's
I found
going on
funny,
here?
what I found funny though, was Mikey walks in here, and Mitsuya's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, man. I brought the fear." He's just like, he's like, "Oh,
Yeah. So.
But that makes sense though. It makes sense because he knows what the repercussions could be. Because he's like,
Yeah.
yo, the reason why there's a truce is because we organized the truce and I messed it up. Yeah. So as the person that's responsible for it, I'm taking responsibility and being like, yo, boss, listen, my bad. This is what's going on. Is what it is, isn't it? Deal with me as you may. That's a very like Japanese way of like dealing with things. There's a lot of
Yeah.
respect in terms of stuff. So
But these lot of kids, man, just the way to take it so seriously, I just find it mad.
yeah, I know it's mad, and I was I was thinking that as well. Like these men are in what? Like how old are they? Like secondary school?
16.
Like
You know what I
year
mean?
nine, year 9, year 10.
I'm just like, go play PlayStation or FIFA. I don't know. I'll go do
And
something else.
then pre this, right? Pre this, when there was like they went back in time with Coco and Inipi,
Mm.
right? So they were in middle school, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They were in middle school,
I know.
and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna go to see this man Taju and bring Taju in to bring back the Black Dragons," and then he just folds them. Oh, what? No, mate, they're in middle
Yeah.
school, bro.
You know what? Like, if we go back to that flashback, yeah, which so in the manga, yeah, Inopi never came and started talking.
Mhm.
Because I do think it was a bit dumb where they're having beef and he comes and says, "Oh, actually, Mikey," and he starts talking about flashback. I thought it a bit weird the way they did it. But anyway, so the flashback, what I loved with the flashback was when you saw Taju just murking man. You know when he had like 20 man and they all like got
It was
balaclava.
more than 20, mate.
What?
It was like 100 of them dudes.
Exactly like 100 of them, yeah. And the way he's just like headbutting, smacking. I'm like,
Mhm.
what? This guy's a
Yeah,
beast. bro.
serious.
And yeah, like we didn't get to see Draken's fight.
Yeah,
No.
I was annoyed at that. I was annoyed at that. I at least wanted to see a little piece. Just
Well, if you're
a little piece to see him bash some heads in or something.
if you're gonna put some filler in, at least that's the filler we want to see, man. You know what I mean? We've given
Yeah,
It
everyone.
sounds like you're right though.
What?
Reconciliation for the rest of the season.
Exactly. The fight's done now.
Yeah.
And but what I found
We don't
funny-
get our fight from outside, so what else is there next?
No, it'll be obviously the reconciliation, and then it'll be like the future stuff. But you know what I found funny though? The way Coco and Inopi just dropped Taju. They're like, nah. I'm like,
Yeah,
guys,
see you later. That was
Are you-
true.
See you later, Taji.
Are you not
Yeah,
sure? They weren't sure.
Yeah,
They're like,
man.
"No, bruv, you're lost. We're done."
no loyalty.
I know, man.
No
Coco,
loyalty to
he-
Johnny's.
he's a snake. Coco's a snake. bro.
Wait. What's with the high heels though?
I was
So-
gonna
What was with the high heels?
Apparently-
I thought it was a
way
mistake or
back,
something.
way back.
No.
Yeah.
So I read up about this because you know they bring out those fact books about each character where they describe.
Okay, yeah.
So they talked about apparently, I think in the 90s or the 80s, apparently like those kind of guys who used to ride motorbikes, some of them used to wear like high heels. So NFP's doing that to pay homage to that trend. It wasn't like a cross-dressing trend. I think it was more like, you know how androgynous like David Bowie, I think something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So he's
it just
paying
threw
homage
me
to
a bit, man.
That must be.
that. And they never
It's,
explained it. It just went. But I think this is why, you know, like for example, they all got blonde hair.
Mhm.
But actually their hair's black. Like Takemichi's hair's blonde, Mikey's hair's blonde, but actually, and Draken, that's a style from kids used to do back in the early 2000s. They used to dye their hair blonde, and that's why they all have blonde hair, when actually their hair's black.
okay.
They don't explain that
Okay.
because remember, this is a Japanese manga, so they don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously we don't know because we're like not from that place, but yeah. I did a bit of reading just to find out.
No, thank you. That helps.
For you, the knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so obviously seeing as obviously we've read the manga and now we're at the end, what were you guys thoughts of this fight then? Like just the whole church and how it ended.
I was annoyed.
Mm.
I wanted Mikey to do some more dirt with Taju. Let them scrap out a little bit. Like so you could really see Taju get banged.
So you wanted to see like a proper animated fight between them two?
Yeah. At least something on the level of the Mitsuya thing with Taju.
I don't know,
Yeah.
because then
Like,
takes
like
away.
a little bit of back and forth. Like one kick happening, one kick.
But
You didn't see it happen in real time as well. It's just one
Well,
kick.
they slowed it down, didn't they? When Takemichi was like, "Oh, that's what
But
happened."
still though, man. Like, nah.
But the thing is, I
it
think
doesn't hit the same.
if you do it like an actual fight between Taju and Mikey, it takes away from Mikey's like in Invincible Mikey, because you know when he got
No,
banged,
it doesn't.
punched.
It doesn't.
It does, bro. You know when he got punched, yeah, when he came in, and then was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
Mikey's
Yeah.
done," and then he stumbled a bit. Then Mikey's like, "Oh yeah, no, I let you hit me to take punishment." I'm like, "Oh, okay, what are you gonna do about it then?" And then one kick finish. No one, you know what I mean? And what I liked
Yeah.
about both of those hits, yeah, they happened
Mhm.
while something else was going on in the scene.
Mhm.
I think it just shows both of they're so powerful they can knock each other at one hit. I mean, obviously Mikey won in the end, but I just think if they had a full out brawl, it would just take away from Mikey's
I
notoriety.
wouldn't even say like nah. That
What?
I'm just thinking. Alright, right. So Mikey comes in, gets a little bang to the face. Yeah, gets up, says his line, says, "Yeah, I let you hit me." Right. Then, yeah, and then let's not say Mikey kicks him and finishes him straight away. He just toys with him, innit? Just they're dodging a little thing.
Mikey's depressed, man. He's not
Yeah.
gonna tell anybody.
And then finishes him one time. Just a little. We like seeing Mikey. Let's be real, man. We like seeing Mikey.
Yeah.
Mikey's out there doing bits, and we only got to see a little bit of him. So
To be fair,
kind
Mikey
of
in the last arc
kind of annoyed.
when he fought against Valhalla,
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
it.
that's the kind of, I guess that's the kind of what we want to see, isn't it? Again, like Mikey
Yeah.
going,
Mhm.
Yeah.
wow.
Or if they were like, this is why I feel like we was talking about the Draken thing last week, yeah.
Mm.
Because if we saw a little bit of that fight
Mm.
when Mikey was going in to the
Yeah.
place, wrecking people, going in, we would have been like, okay, so we're seeing Mikey. So then when he goes in now and
Mm.
finishes man in one blow, it's kind of cool because we're
That'd
not
be sick.
we would have had enough of like Mikey screen time, but we didn't get a lot. It's like he comes in, they're chatting in parables and reading from like ancient scripture and that.
Yeah.
I know.
and then
No,
and then kicks him in the face and it's finished. Come on, brother.
but they were all as shocked as we were shocked. They were like, "What?" You know what I mean? You hear
Exactly.
the silence, and there was no the music. Even the music stopped. You know what I mean? That's how
Mm,
like, mad it was. But the only thing that I know about Draken, yeah, was that look, I get it. These lot are strong, but there's 100 guys out there. I don't care how strong you are, bro. This isn't like an anime with powers. It's not Dragon Ball Z or Naruto.
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
care how strong you are. Someone stabbed you earlier, and you KO'd, man. You're not beating up 100 guys. That's one
Mhm.
of the I hate how.
Plus these black dragon dons,
Mm.
they're older than Tomon.
They're older than all of them by a couple of years, bro. Like,
Yeah, they're older than
Roger's
Tomon.
a man, bro. Fight either bouncer for Yakuza, for
Uh,
businessman and Yakuza, bro. You know what I mean? And he's getting taken out by this 16
Yeah.
year old. Nah.
Yeah.
but who's to say? Who's to say? You're saying that Draken took on 100 people. Mikey came through the crowd before, so maybe he took out 50
No,
people, and Draken had to take out 50. You never
that's not
know.
what he
No,
said.
no, 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 no.
Draken explicitly said, I'm done with all these guys. Tell Mikey I'm done.
Yep.
Those are
Yep.
Draken's words. So unless that means something else,
No, but he
that's
did. It wasn't specific. Did he say specifically 100 people?
why he's not
He
gonna
said
say
all them man.
if you ever
Yeah,
fight
all
with
them man that you left for me.
Nah, bro. Nah, stop reaching.
Mikey didn't do anything. Draken beat up 100 people. And what annoys me, yeah, when Taju's like, oh, let's get 100 of our best soldiers, yeah. And I was like, and if you didn't read the manga, you'd be like, oh, sick. We're gonna get like,
Mm.
and you're thinking they're all on the same level of Coco and Innopi in it. But
Mhm.
then I don't think Draken will bang like Innopi just like
Also,
that.
wait. The murder squad would have been out there as well.
And they got banged by one man. He's sitting there.
Like one Donny.
He's sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm done. Tell Mike I'm done. So that's why. But okay, but look, Draken is a beast. We know that he's overpowered. We know
He is
that.
a yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of
But
course.
I think that seems
But
a
we need
bit
to see some of that.
in it. We can't. Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. But then again, does that dilute his notoriety and like because some of these guys, like when you're in school, the strongest person never had a fight. They just had that image of being the strongest, and you just heard stories about them.
Yeah.
This is part of that notoriety. We seeing is less. Well, if you see less, it makes that more that
I
image
hate
in
it.
our head a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, like
I
what
hate
happened? Oh damn, you know what I mean? To be, but what were your overall thoughts for this episode then? And if you want to give your scores,
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. I was like, all right, fine. The thing's finally done now.
yeah, oh my
Like,
god, yeah,
it's done, and we didn't get what we wanted, so I was kind of pissed at that. So I'm like, all right. It's all right though. It's fucking Tokyo Revengers in there. I can't hate it. I can't hate it. So, scores.
don't give it a good score just because it's Tokyo Avengers. If
No, I'm
you don't
not
like
though. I'm
it,
not score wise, because I expected more and all that. I'm like, so maybe a 6.5.
oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe a 6.5 still. Yeah.
Lewis,
Yeah, nah, this episode. Do you know what? I've not really enjoyed the season so far, really. It's not really compared to the season one.
mm.
The only bit I really liked about this one was when Mikey got up. So I think I'll
Like
give
a
it a
zombie.
5.5.
5.5.
5.5.
Wow.
Ooh.
Don't do them like that, man.
Ooh,
For
5.5.
me, I won't go that low. I'll give it a 6, only because there was good stuff in the episode, but again, it was just a bit, yeah, whatever, man. You know what I mean? Like, the actual arc is sick itself, but I just think, yeah, just a bit. I don't know, bit fed up of like the lame animation as well, and yeah, it's just all right, man. If we hadn't like maybe if we hadn't read the manga, we'd be like, oh my god, it's times 100. I think because we were so spoiled the way the manga was done and how good it was. I think like
And Eugene, yeah, I have to agree with you on like how some of the panels how
Oh,
some of the panels were drawn. So no,
oh, really?
the only reason why I'm agreeing, right, is because like I saw like some panels and shots next side by side.
Mm.
They done Takamichi terrible. Oh,
I was telling you
terrible.
last week I was telling you they didn't use any money. And the thing is, yes, like if you're gonna put your budget, yeah, instead of doing that bowling art they did for the and for her,
Mm.
just put your budget, make it Takamichi look proper, like make it look
Yeah.
like manga. You know what I mean? Because that's what we want. That's what we want. We want it to look as good as a, you know what I mean? But
I think we've
hey,
been spoiled with other anime. That's the problem as well.
I don't know.
Like the quality of other anime at the moment is just top tier.
So the next anime is Vinland Saga Episode 9, of which adapts chapters 70 and 71. So yeah, I mean, we thought we were spoiled last week and spoiled the last couple of weeks for like some epicness. But this episode, you know what? Obviously, so it ends after so it starts after Einar and Thorfinn are fighting
By the retainers.
the retainers who are bullying them. And you know what's funny? Yeah, obviously Thorfinn's been banged in it, and he's in like some dreamland now. And Einar, he's like, nah.
He's
Bro, he
stepping
stepped up.
He
Wow.
stepped up.
He's like, yeah,
Stepped up.
Yeah,
he's
man.
like, nah, I'm not.
I'm giving him respect now. From when I called him soft at the beginning, nah, he's proved himself.
I remember he
Mm.
found out obviously about his girl now, and he's like, you know what? The phone's all I've got now. Like, you guys need to like leave, like back the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and so they all ran away, and then yeah, thing is with Thorfinn though, I felt like he held back because
Loki, obviously, he could have folded all of them, man. Let's just be real
exactly,
rough.
you know the bit where his dad says all that stuff about killing isn't good, don't kill anyone.
Mhm.
He, you know, at Thorfinn, you know when he's facing the kid, then he goes to like his, I guess the prologue version of Thorfinn when
Yeah.
he stabs like a young Einar, and then he kills like an adult one. That's not in the manga. So I don't know what relevance. I don't know what relevance that has, because Einar's not really has talked about how he no, he has actually. He's talked about the soldiers who killed his family to end.
Exactly. Yeah. And it makes more sense
It
because
does. You're right.
because when Thorfinn's crying to Einar after he gets up, he's like, I've killed so many people that
Right.
were just like you that I don't know their names and all of that kind of stuff, right? So in his dream sequence, he was seeing
Yeah.
basically, yo, I've made a friend in life
Who,
now, right? And the people that I've been killing
just
are
like him.
basically my friend. So that's where that's where the relevance is for me.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I missed that. I forgot that they spoke about it together because there's been so much deep conversations. But
Mhm.
yes, but so obviously now we're in like I guess Valhalla, which we don't know if that is Valhalla or it's just a place where people.
I don't think it's Valhalla because actually I've never said it was Valhalla. He said it was
Yeah.
he said the afterlife is a much nicer place. This is just a where warriors go.
But the whole scene was deep though.
Yeah.
The
You
whole
know,
scene, not the whole scene, the whole episode, brother.
no,
Yeah.
As soon as they go into my man's head, yeah,
that was all
and
just
everything that happens in his head
Masterpiece.
is amazing.
it was traumatic. Man.
Amazing.
And you know when you saw when the dead people were grabbing him and
Yeah.
they were
That's-
crying, how sad was that, man?
That was so sad.
I told you guys last week, yeah, that I wish they adapted this bit last week. This is actually the best part of the whole, basically not the whole thing, but this is one of my most favorite parts of the whole story so far. Like from reading the manga, when I was reading, I was like, yeah, this definitely when this gets animated, they do it right. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's just been adapted well, and it's been adapted like you said, when they do get it right, it's going to be sick in it, and I've done it in a way where yes, you know, this is what we wanted. This is what you want when an anime that's a manga to be done and elevate it, and they put in extra scenes that weren't in the manga that actually made it a lot like really sick. Like Lewis, obviously from a neutral standpoint, what are your thoughts on the scene then?
No, it's incredible. It's an emotional masterpiece. Like the way they've adapted how a dream would be with all that guilt, I can't fault it. And the art with all the heads that are on the spear and everyone fighting. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible.
Cold.
And
you just see him hanging there, like, and you know he's just absorbing all of that, like.
But what I find mad, yeah, is like in so I want to do Lewis and do a Marvel reference.
Go on.
Like in Black Panther, yeah, where
Uh-huh.
in Black Panther 2, have you guys seen it?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
So when what's her name? The sister, what's her name?
Shuri.
Sure, yeah. When she has the dream, when she goes to the realm, when she gets the Black Panther powers, and she sees Killmonger instead of her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thorfinn's conscious is
Ashland.
yeah, instead of his dad. You know what I mean? So that's
hmm
That
mad.
was like his stepdad, though,
It,
pretty
no,
much.
that exactly that makes a lot of sense as to why.
But the reason why I find it mad, yeah, because even though yes, it was his sort of stepdad, in their relationship was always quite violent and quite brutal, and he never
hmm
got like advice like that from him. He got used. So the fact that he's imagining him giving him life advice instead of his dad, I find that mad.
I feel like he
No,
used to just
no.
throw some gems at him, like
That's I was
advice.
just about to say that. There's like
Especially when
this
they were
scene.
fighting. When they were
Yep,
fighting, he was just giving him wisdom.
yep. And then on top of that, right? On top of that, remember my man? He only had 6 years with his dad.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. You're
Yeah,
right.
And
that's
then
crazy.
when you pre, he never really had really 6 years. He maybe had like 2 years with his dad. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Because you're a baby, you're not really gonna remember when you're a youth and them kind of things. So from 6 onwards, he was with Ashlad, right? And Ashlad's molding him, giving him like all of the battle knowledge that he's gained. He knows all of that from Ashlad. So his life is literally been molded by Ashlad. So it makes sense why he'll see him in his thoughts
Yeah.
even
You
if he
know,
hated his guts.
then that could play a little bit into like why he never actually killed him, or probably why he never could actually do it. Obviously he got banged because he was like not as good as a fighter.
Mm.
But do you think that if he did actually, because um, I said like I said, oh, you could have killed me, you could have poisoned me, you could have come for me in my sleep, and obviously I know
Mm.
Thor would do this for this honor thing, but I think at the same
Mm.
time maybe Thor was just have wanted love and wanted a dad, and that's why he never really. I just think they've got some
Nah.
weird twisted
Nah, I
relationship.
think I
I
think
feel it's
right. I think if
I
Thorfinn really got around to killing Ashland, yeah, he would have just ducked back out, found the guy. I can't remember the guy's name that's actually searching for him. If he bucked him, he would have
oh
went
yeah,
back to the village
life.
and was just there chilling with his sister, be like, hey yo, sis,
Yeah, maybe I'm
mom,
looking too much into it, man. There's
Mm.
a lot because
yeah.
there's a lot of like imagery and connotations and like a lot of motifs and like stuff in this that gives it gives stuff open for leaves stuff open for discussion. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah, of
lot of
course.
stuff
Yeah.
like I said, and I think that's um part of the beauty of a Vinland Saga. There's a lot in there. Obviously, the manga ends with Thorfinn and Einar having a heart to heart after they've been banged. Well, after Thorfinn's been banged, and Thorfinn saying that he won't hurt anyone again. And I guess this is kind of like the the new Thorfinn. You know what I mean? He's not going to
Yeah.
bang them again.
Days
But
and then
but
no, I don't even, I'm not even gonna say anything because I don't want to ruin it, bro. But then it's like from Eugene, yeah,
mm,
where is that in the manga now,
mm,
right? Is like he said that, and then there's so much development that
I
happens.
know, I
So it's
know.
like, yo, fam, what's gonna happen? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing too crazy because I don't want to ruin it for Lewis. But fam, yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride for these next couple
I
seasons
hope, I hope
whenever
so.
it comes out.
Yeah. No, it's gonna. Yeah, you're right, man. It's gonna be like proper wild because like right now, yeah, we felt like we've got some not closure, but he's sort of working out his inner demons and working out this
Mm-hmm.
turmoil. But then, yeah, it's like, bruv, why do writers give people that glimmer of hope and they're just like, nah, you know,
Exactly.
you're not gonna have that.
Exactly.
Obviously, we're not gonna spoil it
Exactly.
for you, Lewis, but in terms of like being a
Listen,
neutral.
all I'm gonna say is eye patch lady, bruv.
Oh,
Yeah. Brother. Brother, eye patch lady, yeah?
Yeah.
eye
Wait,
patch
anyway,
lady.
man. Anyway,
No way, no
continue.
way. There's a madness gonna happen soon. That's all I'm gonna say. And
Continue.
the madness will continue for a couple of arcs. But
Yeah, well.
where's your head at with all of this Lewis, man?
Mate, I can see like it's like Thorfinn's rebirth. So
Mm,
he's had all of that and he's come to that decision. It's like, he's saying he was empty. I feel
Mm.
like he's starting to get he's starting to take in stuff now to fill himself up, and he's made the decision. This is the life I want to reconcile all of the crap that I've done in my life. But obviously, we know what life is. It never goes to plan. So I can assume already, before you guys even said that, it was going to go. It's not going to go. You're not going to say, all right, no beef for me anymore. When you say them things, beef come for you. Yeah, it seems to find you. But do you know what? I did like the fact at the end when you're seeing them farm again. It's like a little happy ending, just a little small happy ending.
You know what's interesting about that scene? Yeah, so you know the scene where they the farmers are like, the retainers are like, oh yeah, okay, oh blah blah blah, whatever. That's all like extra. That's not in the manga, none of that. But what I find good about that was that at least it resolves that situation. That situation's done now, because in the manga it just happened and they had the beef and then it didn't get talked about again. Even like in a like no one talked about it like in like as a flashback or anything like that. So I'm glad now it's been resolved and we find out what happened. And I feel it's good that the anime is putting in certain aspects, filling the full plot holes. You know what I mean? And doing it like so it doesn't affect the overall story. So I thought that was quite a good little part to put in. But the ending was cold though. Thorfinn saying that Thorfinn's not going to fight again, and the animation was just banging, man. It was just
Wow,
good.
good.
Well, do you guys want to give your scores and your final thoughts?
Very good. Go on, Lewis. You go first.
Again, I'll say an emotional masterpiece. The dream sequence was unbelievable. Seeing Aina, be strong and smash up some people and take up some punches and stand up was great. So I'll give it a 10 out of 10. The animation was amazing. I loved it.
Hey man, I don't think I need to comment. I love this shit. I don't think I need to comment, bro. They done it justice, bro. They done it justice.
So yours is like 100 out of 10, yeah? Is that what?
No, it's not 100. It's not 100. It's not 100. It's not. Oh, it's definitely 10 out of 10. Definitely 10 out of 10. Definitely 10 out of 10, mate.
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 too. Obviously, I think it's in terms of like adapt to the manga, like that's how you do it. And obviously, like I'm obviously a manga purist, and I prefer to read the manga. But if all anime were adapting it as sick as that, then you wouldn't even have to go back to read the original content. You know what I mean? And I feel like just that the stuff that added to it was just some of it was just sick. It was like when he was climbing up and he broke out and it goes to that white and black artwork scene.
The white thing. Yep.
That was just all sick, bro. That was
amazing. Amazing. Man. Oh, quick question then, right? Do you guys think that Thorfinn is now going to pursue living the life that his dad tried to live? Because remember his dad was a warrior in that, innit? Yeah. And was the captain of the Yeoman's Viking, and then he became a peaceful guy.
I think yes. I think he's realizing why his dad did what he did. Yeah.
Because you're right. Because in that when his dad was talking to him, you saw like a lot of the dead putting his dad in as well. So that imagery was for like, this is why I didn't want you to go through this. Not just because of this, but because you don't take a life, because these lives are no life is yours to take. And I think that he probably will go down that line. It won't be easy, but he will try to find some inner peace and make some sort of atonement for what he's done. So I think that's on the cards for Thorfinn.
I can't imagine him having a family though. I don't know why. I just can't imagine.
You don't think? What you think? Because why he's mad or?
I just don't think. The way his life is gone. He's never. When obviously you go through your teenage years, you start getting into families. Girls, or he might be gay. I don't know, but I just can't imagine him. He's gone through too much drama. He just wants to, he just wants that farm life. I can't imagine him going to that next stage. I think he's just going to be happy being at the farm doing.
Do you think that the Vinland is going to end with him at the farm? No, I'm just asking. Is that what you think?
I hope so.
Is that what you want? Him to be a farmer?
No. But his own farm, innit? Like his own farm.
Okay,
Well,
I
Lewis,
understand that. I understand that.
Bro,
I understand
Lewis,
it.
growing your own crops, living off your own land. After
you're
That
all
in,
of
sounds
that,
like a nice life.
you're in for
yeah.
a wild ride. That's all I'm telling you. You're in for something.
He definitely is. He
These are,
definitely
these
is.
are loaded questions.
You're gonna enjoy it, man. You're gonna enjoy it. Just put it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
When this stuff comes out, you're gonna be like, yeah,
yeah.
Phil, Eugene,
They
this is
start
one of the
making
ones.
they start making a lot of farming food. So, and when they start selling the crops, you're gonna cry, man. Honestly, Lewis, man. No, I'm joking. Laughing.
You taking the
Anyway,
mic, mate.
thanks for joining us this week on the weekly anime edition of Panama Frames podcast. Let's see if next week what kind of vegetables A and R Forfin are gonna grow. I mean,
In a week, yeah.
yeah, me and Phil want to see them throw down in it, but you know, Lewis wants to see what kind of veg they're gonna be growing in a week in it. So let's see they get those carrots, those beetroots, you know, those.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. No
Let's see if
GMOs, no GMOs, no GMOs, please.
on
Just
GMOs. And
I hear
let's
that.
see if obviously we've seen that basically who got the hardest chin now in Tokyo Revengers, and it is Takemichi who was, you know,
He stood up
yes.
tall at the end, but he stood
after the
up tall at
blows
the
he
end.
took, he was like standing. Thing was on his knees. You know, Mikey took one hit, so Forfin for me is the MVP of this beef. Let's see, no, not Forfin, Takemichi. So let's see what happens next week. And Attack on Titan, yeah, let's see how much they're gonna marvel us again in some beautiful animation. Let's hope it doesn't dip or there's any weird, you know, filler, and we'll see in it. Like, subscribe, and comment, guys. Let us know your
Peace.
thoughts.